Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Boot HQ, where I bring you breaking boot news as often as I humanly can. In today's video, this is going to be a very special video because I'm going to be reviewing a pair of TXTURE boots. This is the second pair of TXTURE boots that I have reviewed. The other pair was a pair in whiskey shell cordovan, Shinki Hikaku whiskey shell cordovan, that was called the Fez boot. I will leave a link to that video in the description below, as well as I think I just figured out how to use cards, so I'll throw that into the cards at the end of the video as well. So these are going to be the TXTURE Sanity boot in Tochigi Natural Veg Tan. Would you look at these? The Sanity boot is TXTURE's version of the monkey boot. The monkey boot, as you guys know, I've covered a lot of monkey boots on my channel. They are essentially a roofer style boot, and the Sanity boot is very similar, as in it is a lace to toe. The eyelet facings come almost to the end of the toe. Similar to this model, these are my Thoroughgood roofer boots in Indigo Chrome Excel, and very similar models here. And I'll compare those in a minute. But first off, let's talk about these. These are the TXTURE Sanity boots in Natural Veg Tan. So on the TXTURE's website, so it says, with all stages of building aspects built by hand, manufacturing natural leather as clean as desirable during the construction process is entirely challenging. However, it pays off every second as you explore and inspect each component directly for yourself. A natural sensation. Yes, I have to agree. So the upper is Natural Veg Tan Tochigi Leather. It's got 6 eyelets, 2 speed hooks in solid brass. That's antique solid brass. The tongue is gusseted. It's built on the Budokan last. The construction is Norwegian chain stitch, white and gold and white. 270 degree. The outsole is a half micro studded sole. The edge trim is natural. The heels are regular. So on TXTURE's Instagram, it says that this is an unrivaled patina. Capture the 360 degree look of Sanity boots in natural vegetable leather. Detail after detail, beauty after beauty. Feel its attractiveness over time. It ages wonderfully with unique experiences, the patina and evolution. That's one of the things I really enjoy about TXTURE, is just how poetic they are. You know, English is not their first language. They are an Indonesian brand, but they do very good with their poetry. To me, it translates very beautifully into English. I understand what they're saying, and you can tell that these are true artisans, you know, behind the brand. Not just in terms of their build, the workmanship that goes into their boots, but also with the verbiage that they put into their product, their packaging, their Instagram posts. They're very artisanal. You can also see that manifest in the literature that they give with you. So this is a certificate of authenticity. Congratulations, it is our pleasure to welcome you to be part of our family. This card is to certify that the product purchased is determined to be expertly handcrafted and an authentic TXTURE good. TXTURE, hard work, high standards for arranging beautiful symphonies. Repeat and fade. Ritual strings with lasting and moderate beats. Arranging rhythms with dynamic tempo amid digital resonance tones. We play traditional instruments, experimental and exploratory. We are progressive instrumentalists. With less than 20 skilled musicians under one roof, hundreds of steps taken for one product, we arrange the classical method on a modern stage. The symphony that we continue to sustain in the pursuit of excellence. Redefining the time-honored tradition of boot and shoemaking. The imperfections may appear as if they would remind us about the emotions involved. Our products are personal. That's what makes them special. I mean, there you go. And not to mention the emblem of TXTURE as well. Very artistic, very artisanal. You can feel it, once again, in their verbiage as well as in the boots. They really accentuate that this is an art. It's imperfect. That's what makes it beautiful. I really like everything that they incorporate into these boots, as well as they include a brochure. I read through most of this literature in my other review, but they say thank you for being part of TXTURian. They've got a beautiful boot bag that they include as well. Nice drawstring there. Alright, so also included with these boots, they included some nylon ivory colored laces, which I think I'll keep in there, as well as some round waxed cotton laces with this leather enclosure here to house the laces. Very nice touch. And then they also came with a couple sets of kilties. Now I took these kilties out just because I personally don't prefer the toothed look of these just in this particular model. It's not my preferred look, so I took those out, but these did come with some really cool looking kilties in there. This was not originally my pair. These were my buddy Mario's pair, and these are about a half size large on me, full disclosure, just like the other boots, the Fez boots in Whiskey Shell Cordovan, but not to fear, because on my website, dalesleatherworks.com, I actually stamp out my own pure vegetable tan leather insoles. These insoles that I'm currently making are roughly 10 ounces thick. They're very thick. If you do have a boot that's just a little bit too big, you can shop those on my website. I have multiple different sizes, I believe size 40 to 45. That should accommodate most sizes. They do seem to run a little small. I thought since I'm a non-Brannick, I thought the 42s would fit in my boots. Actually, the 42s are a little small. I use mostly size 43s, sometimes size 44s in my boots. Now, by my eye, I believe these are probably about a size 9.5 boot, and I threw size 45 insoles into these, and they're a perfect fit. To help with sizing, I put measurements on my website next to the insoles so you can get a gauge for how long they are and how wide they are. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll do the best I can. I have a free exchange policy. If you size wrong, I'll just stamp you out a new set. So anyways, that's dalesleatherworks.com. I did throw in some of my very own veg tan insoles into these to help with the sizing, because like I said, these are about a half size large. I don't know the size that these were ordered on originally. I think Mario just sent in foot measurements, but yeah, these are definitely just a half size large for me. So once again, these inserts, they eat up that extra volume, make them fit great, as well as these insoles are, in my opinion, far superior to the synthetically made ones. Natural vegetable tan leather is moisture wicking. It also molds to your foot, so you'll get your own unique custom insole as you wear it. Your foot will leave its impression on the insole. It's antimicrobial and moisture wicking, and so they don't get nasty over time, which has been my experience with the synthetic insoles that I've had from other brands. So let's read a little bit about Tochigi Leather, the Tochigi Tannery, and the Tochigi Leather in particular. So this is according to Strap Atelier. What is Tochigi Leather? Tochigi is a worldwide leader in the production of leather that uses only natural vegetable tannin. Since 1937, Tochigi has been producing premium leather goods in Japan. It's one of the few remaining tanneries that still produce vegetable tanned leather. Aside from being known for its unique products, the company also focuses on the details of its leather. The main reason why Tochigi Leather is regarded as a rare find is that it uses only 100% natural vegetable tannin. The 160 pits in the manufacturing factory are filled with this special solution, which has been continuously added to the leather for many decades. The natural process of adding this secret ingredient to the leather slowly and effectively contributes to its longevity. The term vegetable tanned refers to the process of turning skin into leather using natural compounds. This method, which has been known to be around for decades, is one of the oldest techniques for making leather. Although it's been around for centuries, less than 10% of the leather in the world is made using this process. Other unique properties of vegetable tanned leather are its ability to age and develop rich and lasting leather. Aside from its durability and natural appearance, Tochigi Leather also has a unique expression that changes as you use it. Over the years, Tochigi has undergone various processes. The selected artisans have carefully followed the old-fashioned method of preserving the leather's natural appearance. Through meticulous effort and techniques, they can create leather that's both unique and of superb quality. The traditional process of tanning involves using various plant components to prevent the leather from becoming hard and rotted. It's a technique that was used by the ancient people when cloth and textiles were not available. Once again, this is Tochigi from Japan. It's one of the most highly sought after vegetable tan leathers in the world. I think, in my opinion, they do some of the best veg tans I've ever seen. They definitely are up there with Shinky. They're definitely up there with the Italian tannery of Badalassi. They do wonderful veg tanning. Speaking of Tochigi, special mention to Viberg, who is currently running 2 absolutely tremendously beautiful runs in Tochigi leather. First and foremost, they have the service boot on the 2030 last in Tochigi Khaki Cowhide. It is a beautiful orangey medium brown color, a nice cognac looking color. They have a few sizes left. This was from a November 2022 release. So they've got 6, 6.5, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and 10 remaining. So this one in particular is made in Khaki Cowhide from the legendary Japanese tannery in Tochigi Leather. It's got a brogued cap toe, fully lined antique brass number 2 eyelets, natural midsole, stitched down construction, brown Ridgeway sole, built 100% on leather Viberg chassis. The other one is the Tochigi Chocolate Cowhide. Absolutely phenomenal. They have most sizes. They have every size available except for 11 and 11.5. So those are still highly stocked. So this iconic stitch down service boot features a double row of stitching that attaches the upper to the sole. Because the upper is turned outward before being attached to the sole, stitch down construction causes water and mud to be wicked away from the boot, keeping your feet warm and dry in any condition. Shown here in Chocolate Cowhide from legendary Japanese tannery Tochigi Leather. Small batch limited run production from our factory in Victoria, British Columbia. So it's made in Tochigi oiled cowhide, brogued cap toe, fully lined, painted brown number 2 eyelets, antique midsole, stitched down construction, brown Ridgeway sole, and built 100% on Viberg chassis. And so once again, this was a limited release, and this was part of their Tochigi Leather pack from November 10th, 2022. Viberg introduced a limited release of their iconic stitched down service boot featuring leather from Japan's legendary Tochigi tannery in 2 colors, khaki and chocolate cowhide. So a little bit about Tochigi according to Viberg. Established in 1937 in the Tochigi Prefecture of Japan, Tochigi Leather is a world-renowned tannery that specializes in creating extremely high-quality, fully vegetable tanned leathers using exclusively 100% natural vegetable tannins. Tochigi's factory is made up of 160 tanks containing a tannin solution made with the finest Brazilian mimosa. The raw skins are soaked in these tannin-filled tanks, starting with the lowest concentration solution and finishing with the highest concentration solution, allowing the tannins to slowly and naturally permeate, turning the raw skins into leather. This is a centuries-old process. The leather that is created is rich, durable, and exceptionally long-lasting. Once the leather has undergone this process, it is washed and dried, colored, and in the case of this specific article of leather, an oiled Vachetta cowhide, which we've used for this limited release, wax is applied entirely by hand to the leather to create a glossy finish. There are more efficient, faster methods used today to tan leather, but Tochigi has chosen to use this traditional method for over 80 years, and the final result is leather that will last a lifetime. Shout out to my buddy Cameron, who actually ordered a Dale's Leatherworks roll top backpack from me several months ago in natural wabi-sabi veg tan Tochigi leather. That was the craziest project I ever did. It was so beautiful. It came out amazing. I was really happy with the success of the project because I had barely any scrap left over. I used literally almost every single decimeter of that side. The only thing remaining, I have a few remaining cuffs on dalesleatherworks.com in natural veg tan Tochigi leather. If you're interested, I will leave a link to those below. What belts would I pair with these boots? Well, I've got 2 here today. First and foremost is this natural veg tan belt. This is called the Himalaya belt from SYH Leather Goods. SYH is an Indonesian maker. SYH stands for Show Your Hem Leather Goods. Brilliant name. This belt comes with a quick release raw brass buckle that I believe is handmade. I say that because it's got tool markings on it. So it doesn't seem to be fully forged. It looks like the artisan who made the belt actually went in and made some refinements to the buckle. It's very nice. This is an Indonesian made belt. vegetable tanned. So I will leave a link to that in the description below. I am a huge fan of this company. I also have a wallet from them. Great people there. That'll be a good belt to pair with these boots, as well as a brand that needs absolutely no introduction on my channel. So this is my Pigeon Tree belt, double prong. This was a limited run in, I forget the name of it, but it is a very thick natural veg tan. This is 13 ounces thick. This baby is one serious ass patina monster. I absolutely love it. We've got double rows of teardrop eyelets. Instead of being 3/4 of an inch apart, they're 1/2 inch apart, so a lot closer. Absolutely love this belt. This will also be a welcome belt to use with these boots. I will also leave links to the Pigeon Tree website in the description below. My buddy Isaac, he is a belt making master. He makes some of the best belts on planet Earth, so go give these two brands a follow. I highly, highly recommend their products. I know I talk a lot about good boots, but good belts are just as important if you have the good boots. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. What do you think about these Tochigi Sanity boots? I am in love. I think they're absolutely phenomenal. I haven't worn them yet, but these will golden up with a lot of wear. These are actually my first pair of boots in Tochigi that I've ever had. I'm very excited to start wearing those and to see how they patina over time. Let's keep the love of boots alive. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see y'all in my next video.